There is something that destroys more dreams than failure ever could. And it's not a lack of talent. It's not bad luck. It's not that other people have more opportunities. It's something much quieter, much more dangerous. Starting something. And doing it halfway, because when you do something halfway, you never discover who you are truly capable of becoming. You never find out if you would have made it. You never know whether that stronger version of yourself was waiting just 5 more steps ahead. And that weighs heavily. That keeps people awake at night. Not failure. Not giving it everything you had, because there is a massive difference between falling and walking away before the fight even begins. Many people live this way, with 1 foot in and 1 foot out. They say they want to change, they say they want to move forward, they say they want a different life. But when it's time to act, they hesitate. They retreat, they negotiate with themselves. I'll try. I'm not sure. Maybe tomorrow. No. Listen to this. Before you begin, you can doubt, but once you decide, commit. Because if you're gonna do it, do it. Don't step in halfway. Don't give half your effort while expecting full results. You can't plant a few seeds and expect an abundant harvest. Life doesn't respond to words, life responds to commitment. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Many people aren't exhausted because life is difficult. They're exhausted from carrying the weight of their own broken promises they made to themselves. I'll start tomorrow. I'll become disciplined. This time will be different. I'm gonna change. And then, nothing. Another day lost. Another excuse. Another negotiation. And little by little, something inside of you begins to break. Not because you're weak, but because your mind slowly stops trusting you. Because every time you fail to show up for yourself, your confidence erodes, your identity weakens, your inner voice begins to whisper, maybe I'm not capable. But that's not true. You are not incapable. You've simply practiced the habit of quitting for too long, and habits shape the soul. That's why today you have to make a decision. Stop living halfway. Stop talking so much. Stop announcing everything. Stop telling people what you're gonna do. Do it first in silence, with discipline, with consistency. Because results make more noise than promises ever will. And understand this, you do not need to feel completely ready. No one does. No one begins feeling fully prepared. Strong people don't move forward because they have no fear. They move forward because they understand that fear cannot keep driving the car. Maybe you'll make mistakes, maybe you'll fail, maybe you'll hit the wall. So what? At least you'll know you gave it everything you had. At least you'll be able to look in the mirror and say, I found out. I went all the way. Now I know what I'm capable of. Because failing after giving your all hurts, but living with the question, what would have happened if I had truly tried, hurts far more. There are people who spend years trapped in that question, years, decades, watching life pass them by while they continue waiting for the perfect moment, but the perfect moment never arrives. Commitment creates it. Discipline builds it. Action reveals it. And maybe today you don't have all the answers. Maybe you're still confused. Maybe you're still afraid, but hear this. Clarity almost always appears while you're moving forward, not while you're standing still waiting. Take the step, make the call, start the project, go to the gym, write the plan, get back up again. Do it tired, do it afraid, do it confused, but do it, because one day you'll look back and realize that the decision that changed your life wasn't the moment you finally felt ready. It was the moment you decided to stop living halfway. And remember this. Sometimes when you can no longer find strength within yourself, purpose begins to whisper that your story isn't over yet. So let go of the excuses, let go of the doubts, and make a decision if you're gonna do it. listens to what you repeat. Subscribe and come back tomorrow. Stop living halfway, because living halfway hurts too. Loving halfway hurts. Trying halfway hurts. Dreaming halfway hurts. And the worst part isn't failing. The worst part is spending years asking yourself, what would have happened if I had given it everything I had? The question is heavy. Heavier than exhaustion. Heavier than defeat. Heavier than mistakes, because at least the person who gave it their all can sleep in peace. They can look in the mirror and say, I failed, but I was brave. But the person who never fully commits lives trapped between excuses and regret. And listen carefully to this. You don't need to have everything figured out before you begin. You don't need to feel ready. You don't need to stop being afraid. You only need to decide, because the people who transform their lives aren't the ones with less fear. They're the ones who learn to move forward while trembling. They're the ones who understood that courage is not the absence of doubt. It's taking action despite it. Many people are waiting to feel confident before they start. But confidence doesn't come first. Confidence comes after the process, after the setbacks, after the tears, after the nights when you thought about giving up. That's when you begin to discover something powerful. You are stronger than you thought, because there is a version of you that you haven't met yet. A more disciplined version, a stronger version, a wiser version, a more focused version. But that version doesn't appear by magic. It doesn't arrive by watching videos. It doesn't arrive by daydreaming. It arrives when you choose discomfort. It arrives when you do what's difficult even when you don't feel like it. Because growth will never be comfortable. Iron is strengthened under pressure. Character is built through hardship. And maybe right now you're going through a confusing season. Maybe you're tired, unmotivated, lost. Maybe you're even doubting yourself. But don't confuse a difficult season with a difficult life. Don't confuse exhaustion with defeat. There are silent battles happening within you that are building something you still can't see. Sometimes life breaks certain illusions to build something more authentic. Sometimes you lose direction so you can find yourself again. Sometimes pain doesn't come to destroy you. It comes to awaken you. Because there are people who only discover who they truly are when they have nowhere left to hide. And maybe this is exactly what you needed to hear. You are not behind, you are learning. You are not weak for feeling tired. You are human, but be careful. Don't use your pain as an excuse to quit. Use it as fuel. Because anything worthwhile will require effort. And yes, there will be days when you have no motivation. Days when you won't want to get out of bed. Days when everything inside you says, leave it for tomorrow. But that is where dreamers and builders part ways. Discipline appears when emotion disappears, and true success isn't built on your best days. It's built on those quiet days when no one applauds you, no one is watching you, and you still choose to continue, because deep roots grow in silence. And listen carefully to this truth. Not everything that takes time is lost. Some things require time. Time to shape you, time to mature you, time to turn you into someone capable of carrying what you're asking for. Maybe you don't understand it yet, but many times there is an invisible hand arranging pieces that you still cannot see. Sometimes what feels like delay is preparation. So don't run from the process. Don't run from yourself. Finish what you started. Take that step, make that call, start that project, get back up one more time. Because the day you look back, you won't want to remember someone who gave up. You'll want to remember someone who, even while broken, even while exhausted, even while confused, chose to keep going. Take a good look at yourself. How many times have you said, I'm gonna start, but never did? How many times have you said this time for sure, only to end up negotiating with yourself? And this isn't about judging yourself. It's about telling yourself the truth. Because life changes when you stop lying to yourself. Confidence doesn't appear out of nowhere. Confidence is built, and it's built when you do what you said you were gonna do. Because if you can't trust your own word, how are you supposed to trust your future? Listen to this. Every small promise you break with yourself leaves a crack. I'll start tomorrow. It doesn't matter if I skip today, just this once. And before you realize it, you begin to see yourself as someone who never finishes what they start. That's where true defeat begins. Not when you fail, but when you stop believing in yourself. But there's something powerful you need to understand. You don't have to change your entire life today. You just have to stop abandoning yourself. One step. Just one. One day. Just one. One firm decision. Just one. Because discipline isn't built in epic moments. It's built in silent ones. When no one sees you. When no one applauds you. When you could quit, but choose to continue. That's where a new version of you is born. People think great results come from grand moments. That's a lie. Great results come from small decisions repeated consistently. The strong man wasn't born strong. The disciplined woman wasn't born disciplined. They built themselves, crying, failing, starting, over, exhausted, but committed. Because they understood something. Life rewards those who stay. Maybe today you're tired. Maybe you failed many times. Maybe you're disappointed in yourself. But listen carefully to this. As long as you're breathing, you can still rebuild yourself. You are not finished. You are not done. Your story does not end where you fell. Your story changes the moment you decide to rise again. And maybe today you don't have motivation. Perfect. Don't wait for it. Motivation is an emotion. Discipline is a decision. And decisions change destinies. There are people waiting until they feel ready. But no one ever feels completely ready. The brave person isn't the one who feels no fear. It's the one who moves forward despite it. The one who stops making excuses. The one who stops blaming the past. The one who stops saying when I feel like it. Because they understood that life doesn't wait. And one more thing. Don't punish yourself for who you used to be. Learn. Adjust. But keep moving. Prolonged guilt builds nothing. Excessive regret paralyzes. Learn the lesson and continue. Because no one wins by fighting endlessly with yesterday. The real battle is in your present. And today you still have a choice. The choice to stop doing things halfway. The choice to stop merely surviving. The choice to become someone you can truly be proud of. Because the day will come when you'll look at yourself in the mirror and you won't ask, what if I had tried? No, you'll look at yourself and say, I took the leap, I gave it everything, I discovered who I really was. And even if you failed, you will have gained something even more important, respect for yourself. Because the soul finds peace when it knows it never gave up. And remember this truth. Sometimes when everything seems lost, heaven is still quietly shaping the person you were meant to become. Silence your excuses. Subscribe. And leave a like. There is a silent war that many people are losing. And it's not against money. It's not against circumstances. It's not even against other people. It's a war against themselves. Because the most dangerous thing isn't failure. The most dangerous thing is slowly abandoning yourself without even realizing it. It's when you stop keeping the promises you made to yourself, when you say, I'll start tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes. When you know exactly what you need to do but choose to ignore it, and the problem isn't doing it once. The problem is when the habit starts building a weaker version of you, because every time you let yourself down, your confidence breaks a little. Every time you quit too soon, something inside you begins to believe that maybe you're not capable. And not because you truly can't do it, but because you stopped trusting your own word. Think about it. How can you build a strong life if you can't even keep small promises to yourself? How do you expect to conquer big goals if you abandon the small ones? The truth hurts, but it also sets you free. Many people want a different life without becoming a different person. They want results without discipline. They want confidence without effort. They want self-respect without sacrifice. But life doesn't work that way. True self-esteem doesn't come from pretty words. It doesn't come from other people believing in you. It doesn't come from applause. Self-esteem is born when you know that even if nobody was watching, you followed through. You got up. You did what was difficult. You kept going when no one forced you to. That's where self-respect begins, because respect cannot be bought. It is earned, and first, it must be earned with yourself. Maybe for years you've been negotiating with yourself. 5 more minutes, one more excuse, one more day, one more wasted opportunity. But listen to this carefully. Your life changes the day you stop negotiating with your greatness. Because there is something stronger inside you than you realize, much stronger. But you will never discover it by living comfortably. You will never meet that version of yourself by avoiding pain. You will never find it by running from effort. Discipline hurts. Of course it does. But living disappointed in yourself hurts too. It hurts to look back and ask, what would have happened if I had given more? That is what steals your sleep. Regret weighs more than exhaustion, so stop waiting until you feel ready. No one feels ready. No one feels fully prepared. Strong people don't act because they feel like it. They act because they decided to, and there will be days when you have no motivation. There will be dark days, days when you won't want to get out of bed. Days when doubt speaks louder than your faith, but that's where the people who only talk are separated from the people who truly change. Because anyone can work when they're inspired, but transformed people keep working even when they're tired, even when they're confused, even when they haven't seen results yet. Because they understand something. Not all progress is immediately visible. Sometimes you're growing even when you don't notice it. Sometimes you're becoming stronger even before you see the fruit of your efforts. And maybe the process you've been resisting so much is exactly the one that is shaping you. Because there are seasons that feel like silence. Not all silence means abandonment. Sometimes the invisible is still working. Sometimes when it feels like nothing is happening, something greater is building character within you, and maybe you don't understand it right now, but one day you look back and realize that the battles you wanted to avoid were the very battles that made you strong. Because even when the road seems dark, there are unseen processes preparing something greater than your eyes can currently see.
Because the problem is not falling. The problem is getting used to staying down. The problem is not losing a battle. The problem is allowing one defeat to convince you that you're no longer good enough, that you can't do it anymore, that you're no longer capable. Listen to me carefully. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they got tired of themselves, because they stopped trusting the person they see in the mirror. Because one day they made themselves a promise and didn't keep it. Then another day they didn't keep it either. And another. Until the inner voice started saying, why even try if you always fail? But today I want to tell you something that could change everything. Your confidence isn't rebuilt by thinking. It's rebuilt by keeping small promises to yourself. Small ones. Not huge ones. not perfect ones. Small ones, wake up when you said you would. Do the workout even when you don't feel like it. Finish what you started. Turn off the distractions, make that call, take that step. Because every time you keep a small promise, your soul hears a powerful message. I can still trust myself. And that changes everything. Discipline doesn't just build results, it builds identity. You begin to see yourself differently. You're no longer the person who only talks. Now you're the person who takes action. And when you become someone who acts, your mind changes, your energy changes, your outlook changes, your life changes. But there's something even deeper. Because many times we want to change our lives without changing our focus. We keep looking at what we lost, what didn't work out, what was missing, who we failed to become, what others achieved. And that's where the problem begins, because where your focus goes, your energy follows. If you focus only on your wounds, you'll continue living wounded. If you focus only on your mistakes, you'll remain paralyzed. But if you begin focusing on what you can still build, something awakens within you. And maybe today you don't have all the answers. Maybe you're still lost. Maybe what happened still hurts. But even in the middle of that chaos, you can still decide who you want to become. Because a bad season doesn't mean a bad life. A difficult chapter doesn't mean the end of the book. Sometimes what seemed to be destroying you was actually building a stronger version of you. And listen to this phrase, because it may stay with you forever. Not everything that breaks you comes to destroy you. Some things come to rebuild you. Maybe betrayal made you wiser. Maybe failure made you stronger. Maybe rejection helped you find yourself again. Maybe loneliness taught you how to know yourself. And even if you don't understand it right now, there were battles that only make sense when you look back. Because life is understood by looking backward, but it is lived by moving forward. And I want to leave you with something important. Don't abandon yourself. Don't speak badly about yourself. Don't become your own worst enemy. Because the world is already hard enough. You need to become someone who also lifts yourself up. Be strong with yourself, but also fair. Correct your mistakes, yes. But don't forget to acknowledge your progress. Because maybe you're not where you want to be, but you're also not who you used to be. And as long as you keep walking, there is still hope. Because the person who keeps moving forward, even slowly, has not lost yet. And remember this, when you no longer know what to do, keep walking. Sometimes the path reveals itself as you move forward, and perhaps in silence, when no one is watching. Right there, in the middle of exhaustion, God is still shaping something within you that you cannot yet understand. You didn't come here to give up today. You came here to build yourself. Like and subscribe.
There is a battle that almost no one talks about. It doesn't happen out there. It doesn't happen against other people. It happens within you. It is the silent war between the person you say you want to become and the person your habits are actually creating. Because, let's be honest, many people are not tired of working. They are tired of disappointing themselves. Tired of making promises they never keep, of saying, I'm gonna change. And then doing the exact same thing again. Of looking at the clock with enormous dreams, but tiny actions. And eventually it stops being sadness. It becomes disappointment. Because the deepest pain is not failing in front of the world. It is disappointing yourself in silence. It is lying in bed knowing you could have given more. But once again, you negotiated with yourself. Listen to this. Every time you break a promise to yourself, something inside you loses strength. But every time you keep your word, even in something small, something begins to awaken again. Because self-confidence doesn't appear out of nowhere. It is built. It is earned. It is trained. People think self-esteem arrives when someone applauds you. No, true self-esteem is born when you can look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm proud of how I fought. Even if you don't have the results yet, even if no one sees it, even if you're moving slowly. Because self-respect is not born from talent. It is born from integrity, from doing what you said you would do. And yes, I know there are days when it feels heavy, days when you don't want to get out of bed, days when everything feels confusing, days when even your own mind becomes your enemy. But I want to remind you of something. You don't always need motivation. Sometimes you simply need to obey your purpose, even when you don't feel like it. Because if you wait until you feel ready, you'll wait your entire life. Champions are not special people. They simply learn something many fail to understand. Emotions change, but commitment remains. There are days of fire, there are days of darkness, there are days when you feel unstoppable and others when you feel broken. But if you keep walking, something happens. You grow stronger, you transform, you become someone different. Because pain, when it doesn't destroy you, reveals you. It teaches you who you truly are. And maybe today you're fighting an internal battle that no one knows about. Maybe you're smiling on the outside, while exhausted on the inside. Maybe you're wondering if it's worth continuing, if you're really gonna make it, if you'll ever get out of this place. And I want to tell you something you need to hear. Do not make permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. This moment does not define your destiny. This exhaustion does not define your ending. This failure does not define your identity. There is still something inside you that has not died. There is still strength left. There is still purpose left. There is still fight left. Because as long as you are breathing, you can still rise again. And if today you feel lost, do something simple. Do the next right thing. Don't think about a year from now. Don't think about 10 steps ahead. Just the next one. Just a day. Just one right decision. Just one small victory. Because extraordinary lives are not built in a single day. They are built through invisible decisions and moments when nobody applauds, in silent early mornings and private tears and internal battles. And listen to this carefully. You don't need to become someone new. You need to stop abandoning who you truly are. Because maybe the person you dream of becoming is already inside you. They simply need discipline, courage, time, and faith. A quiet kind of faith. The kind that keeps you moving forward even when you still don't understand the path. Because sometimes when everything seems broken, there is an invisible hand arranging pieces you still cannot see. And even if today you don't understand why it would happen, keep moving forward. Because maybe the process did not come to destroy you.